Hi everybody, this is Heather Graham, Executive Director here at YMCA Camp Willson. I am just going to give you a quick overview of what our COVID procedures and policies are going to look like as of now for 2021. These are all subject to change based on how things are going to be evolving in the next few months, but we wanted to give you a quick overview of how camp will be running. So first, you're going to notice some changes with the programs that we're offering this summer as well as the age groups. So we've changed some of the age groups just slightly and are offering more of our signature programs. So our Pathfinders, Rangers, Trailblazers, and Teens. We have 1 week of a specialty fishing camp, and then we kind of split up our ranch camp a little bit as well. So we're doing a senior ranch camp at the beginning of the summer and our junior ranch camp. So it's the first opportunity we've been able to have younger kids have a full ranch experience, which was pretty exciting. So the few things you need to know going into this summer. The first thing that we'll need you to do is a health assessment. So a health assessment is going to be starting to be completed the week before you come to camp. You're going to monitor fevers and all that good stuff and symptoms. And then when they come here, we're going to ask about 4 different questions. Have they been in contact with anybody with COVID who's tested positive? Have they had a fever, anybody in the house in the past 24 hours, and if there's any symptoms. And we will take their temperature before they come in. If you've been to camp in the past, you will notice a huge difference with our drop-off and pickup. So now we will be having a drive-through drop-off. You will come into camp. There will be different things set up throughout camp where you will stop to do your stations, check paperwork, drop off your medication to the nurse, be able to add things to your store account, and then you will drive up. You will be able to get out of the car when you get to the Airnasium. You can get out, help your child load their things onto their cart. That's where you can give the hug goodbye, the see you in a week, and then you will get back in your car and drive right back out. Pickup will operate very similarly, where you will drive through, pick up medication, do any more store things you need to, drive up, grab their stuff out, put them in the car, and on they go. We will be having the kids washing their hands as soon as they get out of the car with you. They will then be sorted into their cabin groups. We are going to be using these cabin groups as much as possible and not cross-contaminating groups, if you will. So they will be staying in that group for most of the week, and that is the group that they will have in the cabin as well. We'll be having limited numbers in the cabin to be able to allow for social distancing while sleeping, as well as assigned bathrooms and showers to be able to keep those good as well. All areas of camp will be sanitized multiple times a day and after every use. So not only will our counselors be helping with that, but our maintenance team will be walking around and spotting all of that as well. Also, we will be washing hands every chance we get, and we have enough hand sanitizer to make a river here at camp to make sure that everybody is safe. So those are all good news. The next thing I'll talk about is how our meals have changed. So this year we are allowed to use our dining hall, which is great. So we can have those kids back in here and have the energy, which is awesome. There will be masks worn at all times in the dining hall, except for when they are eating. And we will no longer be serving the food family style where the kids are walking up to grab the food, but the food will be brought to their table and kids will be staying stationary at their tables as much as possible. Masks will also be worn anytime they're in an indoor building, anytime the 6-foot barrier cannot be kept with somebody who is not in their direct group or a staff member of mine, and anytime we feel that they need to be worn. But for the most part, the kids will be outside or in their cabin with their cabin group, but making sure that multiple masks are brought just in case, because you never quite know. In addition to taking all of these precautions, we are also working closely with our staff to have them completely trained on all of these policies. Again, for the summer of 2021, we will not be hosting any international staff, and all of our staff will be coming at least 2 weeks early and be tracking their symptoms 3 weeks prior to camp. we will be having a nurse on staff. So this is the first summer in a long time that we will have the same nurse for 7 out of the 8 weeks, and we'll have a nurse who's been here in the past who knows camp pretty well for that 1 week, just filling in while he is not here. So he will have all of his precautions and has been currently working in the environment to be able to keeping our kids safe and all of that if for some reason a child does need to visit the nurse. Another change that we are keeping for the summer of 2021 is check-in will happen at 3 o'clock on Sunday, and checkout will happen from 10 to 11:30 on Fridays. This is to allow for plenty of time to be able to sanitize between each session. At this time, we are not offering any stayovers between the weeks, but as we get closer to camp and things are changing, if there is a high demand for this and we are able to provide it, we would like to be able to have that back if possible. So stay tuned, or please let me know your interest so that I'm able to see if this is something that camp can do. We hope that all of you are as excited for 2021 as we are, and we cannot wait for all the memories that are going to be made here at the amazing camp. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. And as always, if you have additional questions or need any more information, please reach out to myself, Heather Graham, at heather.graham@ymcacolumbus.org, or Aaron Wester at aaronwester@ymcacolumbus.org. Thank you so much.